Dragon Ball, horror, kaiju, and more. Steven's Toy Reviews.
Hey there, collector, Steven here, and we're going to be kicking off the new year with a Dragon Ball review, and we're all going to be making a wish. Or not. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Ichiban Kuji Dragon Ball versus Omnibus Super Last Prize Ultimate Shenron. Wow, that is a mouthful. So, like Shenron from the Ultimate Variation Ichiban Kuji and Porunga from Dragon Ball vs. Omnibus Z, today we are taking a look at the Omnibus Super one, and we have the third Eternal Dragon, and oh boy, another GT character that we can purchase, and quite frankly, I'm very happy with this one. Now, for those who picked up the original Shenron release, you'll notice that there's a lot of retreaded territory here. You're going to notice that there's a lot of stuff that is reused from the original Shenron. How much is reused? How much is new? Is it just a repaint? Well, I got some answers for you. So let's take a look to see whether or not Ultimate Shenron is going to be worth adding into your collection. The Golden Great Ape, the Great Ape Vegeta, Shenron, and Porunga, unfortunately, have all received bootlegs. Yeah, I'm very sad to say that, and I want to help you combat that, because I don't show bootlegs on the channel unless I tell you that ahead of time when I need to. So here is going to be an unboxing of the Ultimate Shenron, and we're actually going to take a look at the box here, so this way you can identify what a legitimate box is going to look like. So this way you can see what the markings are, how it's sealed, what the handle looks like, so on and so forth. One of the key things to know about is just because it doesn't have the Toei sticker does not mean that it isn't legitimate, because last prize figures, and I believe it double chances as well, I could be wrong with that, they do not have the Toei sticker, so that's something to keep in mind. So now we're going to go ahead and move on with the unboxing here, and it's going to be pretty much the same as the original Shenron released all the way back with the Ultimate Variation Ichiban Kuji. The one thing to keep in mind though is you will see here, I'm just going to talk over this. It's kind of like an overdub. This is all recorded. I didn't record any audio when I did this. The actual support piece of plastic for this Shenron is already pre-inserted, so you don't have to worry about moving Shenron around and putting it in the right spot. They already took care of that for you. Yeah, you just got to worry about inserting the whiskers, and that's all fine and dandy. Unfortunately for mine, the clamshell broke. Not really much I can do about that, but I'm not really concerned because that's just the packaging. Now, something else to keep in mind is Ichiban Kuji. What is that? It roughly, loosely translates, I believe, to the luckiest lottery. And the way that everything works is that you go to a convenience store or the like, let's just say random 7-Eleven in Japan. You pay anywhere between 500 to 900 yen. You buy a ticket. You open up the ticket and it gives you a prize. Anywhere from like G through A, and then there's a whole display. It tells you what prize you get. If you land on the last ticket, or you just go ahead and buy the whole lottery out, this is what you get. So you could end up paying 900 yen, or what the aftermarket rate is, north of $250. So now that the unboxing portion is done, let's go ahead and move on over to how Ultimate Shenron looks. And oh boy, oh, red and pink, pretty dang cool. So yeah, the original Shenron was rather stylized, not necessarily accurate, rather fierce, I would say. It was a rather neat interpretation of Shenron, and here they sort of carried that over. Ultimate Shenron definitely seemed almost bulldog-esque. I would say that Ultimate Shenron had a very blocky head, and I wouldn't say that is the case here for the Ichiban Kuji, but that's honestly okay, because I do like some of the liberties that they took here for this character. And we really didn't get a chance to see the back of Ultimate Shenron in GT. So they either added some features or they had access to reference materials that we haven't seen, and they added a whole bunch of spikes and a whole bunch of really neat things to really enhance the details. The cloud base is going to be nearly identical to the original Shenron release, so all of the details there are going to be the same. The tail is going to be changed up. Something of note, they at least from the promotional shots of Ultimate Shenron that I've been able to see, he's got 2 sets of hands. On this one, they actually axed out that second set of hands that the original Shenron sculpt had. So I don't quite know why they did that, but they did. Anyway, nevertheless, for the sculpt and the paint, generally speaking, you already know about the sculpt. The paint is rather nice, and it is a step up from the original Shenron release, at least for my particular unit. However, up close and personal, you are able to notice a couple of things here and there. You're able to notice a little bit of overspray here, a couple of paint splotches there. Like for some specific examples on the horn, the right horn, there is a little bit of red paint. It looks like it went a little astray, and there was a little paintbrush that, well, you know, got a little bit of red there. The eye paint looks like it went a little bit forward onto his snout. Hey, you know, it is what it is. And we got a couple of minor spritzes and little sprays here and there, which honestly, it isn't that big of an issue in a vacuum, assuming you landed on this as the last ticket if you would be in Japan. Considering that you're going to have to fork over $250, that's not really all that cool, but we're going to talk about that when we get to the end. Generally speaking, for what we get here, Ultimate Shenron looks very cool. Now, let's go ahead and move on over to a size comparison because Shenron doesn't have any articulation, nor does he come with any accessories. Now, for those of you who are Kuji collectors or Ichiban show, they're going to be the same. Boxes just change for different regions. I'll die on that hill. Fight me about it in the comments. I don't really collect those aside from these larger figures like last prizes and so forth. So I don't really have size comparisons for you. I'm sorry. However, I can do a size comparison with some last prizes, in particular the Golden Great Ape and Purunga, which I also have reviews of them up as well. And of course, like I said, this is going to be a repaint. So here's a side-by-side comparison with the original Shenron release. Awesome. So you can see the differences where stuff was taken away, stuff was added in, and it's really, really cool. Now, I will say that I do feel that they're kind of lazy, and we'll see that with the whiskers because they're the same, just repainted. I mean, quite literally, you can swap the whiskers. You just have to mirror them if you want. I think that's pretty neat. So overall, I do think it's rather unique that they did decide to just repaint the original Shenron and add some stuff to make Ultimate Shenron here. So buy now, skip, or wait for a deal. The reason that I am a Dragon Ball Figuarts collector, and that's pretty much about it. The reason why I picked this up is I like to have some stuff that is either in scale or a very nice display piece. Obviously, the Eternal Dragons, they're not going to be in scale. There's no possible way that I would be able to get that, especially in a reasonable living quarters. But what I think is really cool is that one, so far, what we've had for the last prizes that have come out within the last year and a half, they have been bigger than what the SH Figuarts line has been able to offer. So these are great either one, stand-ins, or two, alternatives, even if they are fixed, for backdrop display pieces, and they will look great in a display. So if you are an SH Figuarts collector and you're looking for an Eternal Dragon for a specific saga, most particularly here to go along with your Super Saiyan 4 Goku Figuarts that just came out, this is a fantastic purchase to have. Otherwise, if you are an Ichiban Kuji collector, then this is also very nice as well. I'm glad to see that there is now even more Dragon Ball GT stuff on the market, so this way, if you are interested, you can pick some stuff up. Now, quality control, what does that look like? Unfortunately, I have to say that I really don't think that this is... I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Some may say I'm nitpicking. Others may say, no, you're kind of on the money because what is the actual cost of this figure? Again, you can either pay 900 yen to land right on the nose and get this and take this home, or you're paying north of $250 and you're getting it imported. I'll leave that choice to you. At the end of the day, though, I think this is a good release and I'm happy to have it.
Well, collectors, that brings us to the end of the video today, and I just wanted to take a second to thank you so much for watching. Now, you've heard a lot from me. I'd like to hear a little bit from you. Drop in the comments down below whether or not you liked it, you hated it, or maybe you were somewhere in between. I also want to take an extra second here for a nice, humongous thank you to all the patrons for SDR over the last month who have really helped the channel grow into what it can be today. So to all of you, 2 big thumbs up. Thank you very much. And now the end card should be popping up, which will give you a few clickable links, like maybe to subscribe or head on over to my Patreon, or some short URLs like to my social media or to my Teespring store. There's also a video I hand selected for you, so if you want to watch another STR video, I hand selected some good content for you to watch, so definitely check out that video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll catch ya in the next video.